Hey, what's up? Yeah, man, good video. Brought up a lot of interesting points, not least of which being about labeling. That sort of, if I can assign an adjective to you, then I can put you in a box and say I understand you and put you over in a corner or whatever. And it's efficient, that's the draw. It's like efficient to be able to say this is different from that, using an adjective to, but it's limiting too, because as what you had to say about it, I thought you were pretty eloquent about it, really, about saying that that it does that by saying like by ruling out all these other things. Like, okay, this is not that, but it's also is or is not this, that, this or that, or this or that. There's so much more going on in any single individual, and I think that's a social trend that social institutions are really yet to even, to a large degree, catch on to, much less try to cope with, except in really clumsy ways. Social institutions aren't designed to deal with individuals, not really. I don't know, that, and I think individuals have to get to the point where they can understand and respect each other regardless, within parameters of reasonable behavior. Lord, if you're on a railroad track and some guy jumps down and saves your life, is it really going to matter to you whether they believe in God or not? Are you going to even ask them that? And we will have to assume that whatever they believe or not, that's part of the person that jumped down on those tracks and saved your dumb ass. That's how I think about life. I'm like, hey, look, I know I've met enough people and been open to enough people to know that people believe all kinds of things, all kinds of crazy stuff, man. It doesn't make them a bad person. When it comes down to it, are they going to make the right decision? For myself, I think as far as that goes, there are a lot of, religious people who don't want more religion in government. They want government out of religion, but... Oh, and I also want to make a point about, just because, you're in 8 outdoors and put ice cream in your hair for photo ops, doesn't mean you're a true believer. Anybody can claim to be this or that, That's the whole thing about, about theologies in general. It's kind of like, you can profess Christianity or you can practice a Christian lifestyle, and unfortunately there's, I don't know, it's hard to say. I wanted to say there's more of the former, not so much the latter, but it's just, I think the former just louder about it is what it is. People that are using it to try and gain political advantage, vis-a-vis pandering, are going to be a lot more loud about it and advertise a lot further and wider, cast their net as wide as they can to get anybody who even vaguely believes the same thing. So, as far as that goes, a lot of the stuff that gets laid on the doorstep of religion is kind of bullshit, it doesn't really have anything to do with religion. If you look at most, religious conflicts, so-called, there's some other thing going on, and it usually has to do with resources, and the rights to those resources, wealth. It's about the ducats, man. So yeah, man, I don't know, it's pretty messed up, man, because it seems like people want to get hung up on shit that ultimately, when it comes down to it, don't really make a fuck, man. If you want to worship a Dixie cup and say that, as long as this Dixie cup has water in it, it will always, the Dixie cup will help guide the earth onto a wise and benevolent path. That's, I don't give a fuck, man. It's your own business. As long as it doesn't bleed out in any negative way onto me, you know what I'm saying, the rest of society, as far as, like, you know, feel like you don't go on a killing spree just because, you know, the Dixie cup gets spilled or something, you know, if you're like, well, the cup cometh and the cup goeth, but that's why there are so many Dixie cups, so that you can always have another. It's a reincarnation of the Dixie cup. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit crazy with this Dixie cup theology. I think I need to stop here. But yeah, good vid there, man.